The lack of language skills and cultural skills is a problem in both the UK and the US. In a recent research study that we undertook, a third of senior executives in UK businesses that are looking to trade internationally expressed concern they couldn't recruit sufficient people with language and cultural skills to be able to achieve their business goals. This lack of language and cultural skills is becoming a big issue for UK businesses. 1 in 4 of those senior executives in businesses that are looking to trade internationally said that they had lost business as a result of not having the correct language and cultural skills within their business.
The biggest benefit that businesses see from linguistic and cultural human capital is being able to sell their goods and services worldwide, multicultural, multilingual markets domestically and abroad. But there's another interesting benefit, and I think one that is really clear in our surveys, that businesses associate language skill, associate study abroad with a whole range of desirable attributes. They become a compelling individual. They have risk-taking, adaptability, flexibility, all the things that businesses look for in young professionals.
People in positions of seniority should also be concentrating on learning languages themselves. For me, it's about a leadership issue. It's to show that the company actually considers language learning to be important. We've got a whole generation of British nationals going abroad, dealing in English rather than in the native tongue, and missing so much of the linguistic and cultural nuance of the conversations they're having with their counterparts in foreign countries.
One of the most recent examples at the highest political level of a cultural faux pas, a linguistic faux pas, is when our then Secretary of State Hillary Clinton went to Russia and presented a button that she thought said reset, the reset in relationships between Russia and the US. But it actually in Russian said перегрузка, which means overloaded, like a circuit being overloaded. And you can take that as a metaphor maybe for the relations, and it might have been more accurate than we intended, but it isn't what we intended. So you have to be really careful and really professional in crafting those multilingual messages.
The most appropriate languages that we need to learn moving forward are those languages that are prevalent in those countries that are really growing in terms of their trading performance internationally. You look at the Asian countries, and particularly China. You look at some of the other BRIC countries, Brazil, for example, and Brazilian Portuguese. There's a real dearth of people that are English nationals that can speak those new languages.
Our schools and our higher education system really need to focus on long sequences of instruction to get people up to professional levels of proficiency, to give heritage learners the further language development they need. But more importantly, in addition to having more language programming in general, we need to get kids to understand, and language programs to understand, that kids need another skill. Having a language degree in and of itself is helpful, but it's really a killer skill, a killer app, if you will, if they have a business degree, a law degree, or some other marketable skill. And on the flip side of that, if a company, we hear this anecdotally all the time, and the surveys now show it, 2 accountants with the same background, the same preparation, one of them speaks a language, the other doesn't, well, guess who gets the job? It's the one who speaks a language.